Reading begin their second season back in the Championship following their relegation from the Premier League. They mounted a late run under Brian McDermott last season, but wasn't good enough to lift them into the playoffs, and they finished down in 9th place, their lowest finish for 6 years. Still going for, took a deflection, Thompson! And Thompson will score. Oh, it's been ruled out, I think. The linesman's flag's gone up. Well, in fact, the referee's overruled him, and the goal's been given, and Scunthorpe lead. McAnuff really is the spark behind all Reading's forward play at the moment. Looking for an equaliser, Reading. Brilliant! Gylfi Sigurdsson, one of the big talents in the Reading side, scores again. Turn the Scunthorpe defence inside out and hits a shot unstoppable into the top corner beyond Joe Murphy. And Reading back on level terms. Michael O'Connor with the Scunthorpe corner, and they've retaken the lead. It's a bullet header from Rob Jones. McAnuff. Reading went through a dreadful spell at home last season. Here's Jimmy Kebe. Tried to sneak one in at the near post. Murphy had got that blocked, I think. Here's Gylfi Sigurdsson with the free kick. Going near post again, and Murphy looks at his crossbar and wonders how that went over. Kebe trying his luck from the left-hand side. And still they can't find a way through. Kebe, Church again. And once again, Joe Murphy keeps his goal intact. Things continue to be tough for Portsmouth. Defeat at Coventry last week, and they're only able to name 4 substitutes this, with Steve Cottrell's side down to the bare bones. Here's Sifty, gets the shot across and scores. He may well have taken a deflection off Gylfi Sigurdsson on its way through, but no one will take that away from the youngster. Narrow angle, took a deflection past Federici, and Pompey lead. Howard and Sigurdsson over the free kick. Could well be Sigurdsson to strike it off the post. Griffin drives it back across, but it'll go all the way out for a throw-in on the far side, and Portsmouth lucky to escape. Excellent free kick from Gylfi Sigurdsson. Here comes the Reading corner right the way across. It's a real goalman scramble, and it's gone in, has it? Jimmy Kebe, I think, is claiming it. Well, Jamie Ashdown has had a kick out at Sigurdsson. A little bit of frustration creeping in from the Pompey keeper. It was a real scramble. Nerving Jimmy Kebe that got the final touch. Flipped on by Shane Long. Chance here for Howard. Good save, Ashdown. Cleared away by Adam Federici. There goes the full-time whistle. It's a point apiece, but Reading and Portsmouth off the mark with their first point of the season.
Oh, good try, and did Federici get a touch? I think he may have done. Cross is swung in. It's really scrappy. It's an absolute mess inside that penalty area. Somehow it's found its way through. And it's Reading that get the opening goal through Pearce. Alex Pearce was just the right man in the right place after this huge scramble, of which Forrest couldn't deal with. And in the end, the loose ball from Long there on the ground, and Pearce finished it off. Blackstock's come out to this left-hand side. It's a brilliant header, and it's a top save as well from Adam Federici. This is postage stamp stuff. Which is swung in. Causing all sorts of problems. Robin Earnshaw back there, but he's just played it back into danger. And it's a top save from Lee Camp. Cross from Anderson. And it's easy pickings for Adam Federici, who will catch them all day. Oh, goodness me! Robert Earnshaw! What on earth has happened there? Robert Earnshaw gets himself an equaliser for Nottingham Forest. But Adam Federici has played this off the back of his own defender, of Jem Karakin, and Earnshaw on hand to tidy up. This is Sigurdsson! That was very close from Gylfi Sigurdsson. Angled back into the penalty area. On a save from Camp. Reading are really knocking on the door now for this winner, but Lee Camp denying Reading once again. It's been a man-of-the-match performance from the Nottingham Forest goalkeeper.
Very nearly got it through to Long there. Moreno's recovered. Or has he? Here's Kebe.
Should have shot.
Chance here for Gylfi Sigurdsson. And Reading lead. Last season's top scorer. Leicester neatly working it to Lloyd Dyer. LeMay on the outside. Only one thing in Dyer's mind. Oh, fabulous! Quite simply fabulous! Lloyd Dyer sets the walkers alight, and it is a sensational equaliser. Howard. Little dink from King, who wants the return. Musa. King. Now Dyer! Oh, super save! Top class from Adam Federici.
Well, I think everybody in this stadium thought that was 2-1 Leicester.
Clipped in tidily and powered home. Yet again in the goals, the Reading captain. 2 last time out, ended in defeat. That could just be the winner here for Matt Mills and Reading. Bit more time this afternoon for Leicester to reply. Fry very nearly, Dyer close. Howard! Oh, amazing! Mills at one end and Mills at the other.
Wow.
Dyer. Lame's header blocked away. Tries to keep it alive. Howard! Oh. Scrambled away. All hands on deck for Reading, but they survive.
Well, sometimes you just know when it's not going to be your day. They won't give up, Leicester. They'll keep throwing the kitchen sink at Reading.
On by Howard Fry. Tried the overhead. King!
Whistle's gone.
The referee rules it out. Cut short the celebrations.
Well, he's given a foul. And right on cue, I was just saying it wasn't going to be Leicester's day, was I? This is why. He's just given a foul for that.
Reading host Crystal Palace looking to build on their victory away to Leicester City. Last time out, their top scorer, Gylfi Sigurdsson, has left the club since then, though, joining Hoffenheim in a £6 million deal. Swinging corner kick towards the far post, and Paddy McCarthy with a really good opportunity for Crystal Palace. Lost his marker and scooped the ball over the bar. Shane Long. Good turn of pace from the Irishman. Into the penalty area, brought down by McCarthy, and it's a penalty. Scored just once in his last 18 games for club and country, but confidently tucks home the penalty, and Reading are in front against the Crystal Palace side. Jalali gets away from his man, cross up looking for Vaughan at the back post, and the efforts turned away. Karatsin plays the ball in for Long. Long's brought down, and it's another penalty. Julian Bennett the offender this time, and Keith Hill points to the spots. It's a booking for Bennett, and a chance to mark his debut with a goal. Rarely does he miss from the spot, and he converts this one too. Last season's top scoring defender in English football makes it 2-0. Ryan Howard plays the ball into Kebe, looking for his third of the season, and he gets it. And a convincing win this will be too for Reading. Palace heading towards their second successive 3-0 defeat. And Jimmy Kebe, well, they backed off him, and it was a neat finish. Reading, easy winners, 3-0.
Viewed end the setting as Reading travel to Millwall, looking to build on their 3-0 win at home to Crystal Palace on Saturday. But it's been a bright start for Millwall, 4th in the table with 10 points from their first 5 games played so far. Inviting cross, it's in, but the whistle has been blown, and Jimmy Kebe's goal is not going to count. Schofield for Morrison. He's all on his own. Steve Morrison! Oh, really good save from the Australian Federici. Schofield for Morrison once again. The link up between those two. Morrison, it's a really tame finish. Schofield wants it. Schofield gets it. Danny Schofield! It could just be one of those nights. Kebe. Long at the back post. Good try! Oh, it's a top save from David Ford to tip it onto the post. How about this? From Jem Karakan. Might have taken the deflection through as well. Both sides are going to have to settle for a point. It's finished Millwall 0, Reading 0.
Played forward towards Barry Robson, who's done well. He's in behind the defence here. Barry Robson picks out the bottom corner beautifully. First minute goal. What a start. Leroy Lita to give chase. Might have to do it all himself here. Well, that's no problem for Leroy Lita. It's 2-0. And he scores against his former side. Cube will get it back here. Jimmy Cube still going, and Reading have a way back into this game. Jimmy Cube makes it 2-1 a minute before half-time. And just 3 minutes after they'd gone 2 down. Really important response before the break. Cube's third of the season. Here's the corner, and there is the third goal, which could seal it. It's David Wheater, the big defender. Well, that was a late challenge, and we're going to see a red card here for Brian Howard. Already 2 goals down, Reading a man down now. Howard lunging in on the substitute Andy Halliday. Reading heading for their first away defeat of the season.
McAnuff. Through to Armstrong. Here's Church. Another corner kick. And once again, Barnsley are proving a stubborn side this afternoon, a hard nut to crack as Zurab Kizanishvili. He's going to get into trouble here. He's already been booked, and Reading, who failed to make the most of several opportunities in this game, are going to be reduced to 10 men. Robson Carney gets the cross in, Jimmy Kebe's header, and Reading are in front with 12 minutes remaining. Finally, they find a way past this Barnsley defence. A wonderful cross from the substitute Hal Robson-Kanu, and a lovely header from Jimmy Kebe. Federici gets across his goal well to save. There's a decent effort on target. Federici at full stretch to turn that ball away. Free kick within Ian Hart's source of range. Hart steps up, and that's the victory sealed now. Ian Hart with the second goal for Reading in stoppage time, his second in as many home matches. Former Leeds United man signed from Carlisle, providing another set piece for his collection. Now Robson Carney with a burst of pace into the area. This to make it 3. It's his first league goal of the season and his second goal in as many appearances this campaign. Reading have cantered into a somewhat flattering 3-goal lead.
Important moment before kick-off this evening. Chairman John Madejski unveiling an official plaque just outside the ticket office in honour of Reading's former director and club legend Roy Tranter. On the pitch they face an Ipswich side unbeaten away from home so far this season. Strong play from Jason Scotland, got away from his man. McAnuff goes down under the challenge from Luke Hyam, and he could be in trouble here because Luke Hyam has already been booked. Mr. Crosley, the referee, is calling him across. It's a second yellow card, and the visitors are down to 10 men. The player's been pulled back here. Matt Mills with the foul on Townsend, and he could be in trouble as well. We've seen one red card already tonight. We could see another here for Reading's Matt Mills. This would level it up at 10 men apiece. It's a second yellow card for the Reading centre-back as well. There's Mikel Antonio. Squares it on the edge of the penalty area, and the save is required. It's the end of the evening's work for Hal Robson-Kanu. And in this place comes Simon Church. There's the cross. Clear towards Caracan on the edge of the box. And in from Church. A first touch for the substitute. He's only just come onto the pitch. And he scored his first goal of the season. Just 2 minutes from time to surely win it for Reading. They've done it again with the late goal. All over at the Medeski Stadium, an immediate impact from Simon Church. It's the 6th goal that Reading have scored in the last 5 minutes of a game this season, and it's enough to inflict Ipswich's first away defeat. 1-0, it's finished.
Happy memories up at Deepdale last season when you won 2-1. I mean, does that have any bearing on going to this game, or is that kind of too far in the past?
I think it's too far in the past, to be honest. I mean, this is just going to be a fresh game. Every game's a new game. No game is the same as another. So we'll go out there, treat it on its merit, and get the 3 points hopefully.
I mean, we were speaking to the manager earlier, and we were talking about when he has to, leave players out and everything. Does he always give you a reason why and tell you why he's leaving people out? Yeah.
No, he's very good with that. If you want to go and speak to him, his door's always open. He's very, like I just said. I mean, if you want to go and speak to him, he's open to that.
Yeah. I mean, I was saying as well, quite a lot of the youngsters, yourself, Jem, Simon, all these guys. For youngsters in the Championship, you played a lot of games between you as well. I mean,
I mean, we've come through as a group, and it's been very positive that the academy has brought through a group of players like we have. And we have played a lot of games, but there's a reason for that. It's because we've been good enough and we've been given the chance to play them games. And long may that continue.
McAnuff has it. Onto his favoured right foot! That would have been an early contender for goal of the season had it gone in. Goalless at the moment. Hume doesn't quite control it. Kizanishvili's made a real error though. Oh, Parkin's not going to get there, but it's rammed home anyway by Keith Tracy. 23 minutes gone. North End strike first. Plenty forward for the Wolves. Hanging one to the far post. Still the danger isn't cleared! A beauty from Jem Karachan. Where has that come from? One goal in more than 50 league appearances before this afternoon. What an effort! 12 minutes to go as the sun makes an appearance in this part of Lancashire. Kebe onto Long. Counter-attack could be on here. Oh, Darryl Russell has failed Shane Long. He's already been booked. North End down to 10 men. 1-1 it finishes. Ferguson and McDermott have to settle for a point.
Big decision for you to move down here permanently in the summer. Are you pleased with how things have gone?
Yeah. Obviously a little bit frustrated with the injury, but that's part and parcel of being a footballer. Nothing too bad. And I'm just, hungry to get out there come Saturday.
If you are picked on Saturday, obviously Swansea got a couple of quick players, Scott Sinclair and Nathan Dyer, who might be directly up against. How big a test is that going to be against the speed?
Well, every time you go out, it's a test. You want to do the best you can, and sometimes it's good to play against the better players in any league that you're playing in, because I suppose it's more of a challenge. So I've played against some of the quickest players on the planet, and had good games and bad games. So hopefully I'll play at the weekend and do well. But obviously you know, I have to get picked first.
The Medeski Stadium for Reading hosting Swansea City, with Brendan Rodgers returning to the Medeski after he was sacked by John Medeski back in December. Here goes Scott Sinclair. Still Scott Sinclair. Takes the opportunity. What a signing he is turning out to be for Swansea City. Great ball, looking for Nathan Dyer here. For number 2, strikes the underside of the crossbar. Dobby does well to keep that in play. He looks to get it back here as well, Stephen Dobby. All on his own. Dobby, great strike. And a fine save from Adam Federici to keep Swansea at 1-0. The flick, and somehow it stays out. Kebe for Reading. Jimmy Kebe. Over he goes. Swansea have won it. Brendan Rodgers, a winning return to Reading and the Medeski, as Swansea have won this by just a single goal to nil. Ashton Gate under the lights as Bristol City host Reading in tonight's Empower Championship clash. Adoma, once he gets going, he gets going. Here's Jonathan Stead in the penalty area for Bristol City. Stead! Batted out by Federici at his near post. That's a good save. Haynes has done well to hold it up. He takes his position on the edge of the penalty area now. Danny Haynes. Cross towards the back stick. Floated over. Here he is! Danny Haynes! Just short of half an hour, Danny Haynes' first goal of the season. Nobody picked up his run. You can see him just in the centre of your screen there. Jared's header, I think, was the original target was Jonathan Stead, but the loose ball fell for Haynes, who was completely unmarked.
Burnley proudly boast the best home record in the Championship so far this season. They've dropped just 2 points on their own turf at Turf Moor. So Brian Lawes' men the favourite against the Reading team, who've been beaten in their last 2 matches. It's nudged forward for Shane Long. Leon Court is with him. Long goes down just inside the penalty area. It's a nervous glance at the referee, who points to the penalty spots. He will pick himself up to take the penalty and score the penalty. Perfectly placed in the bottom corner. And Shane Long gives Reading the perfect start. Only his second goal of the season. And now McAnuff. Decent run. Isn't really the power in the shot. Free kick is a dangerous one. Will come out as far as McAnuff, who's made it 2-0 to Reading. Joby McAnuff doubles the Royals' lead, and there could be a surprise on the cards at Turf Moor. Burnley unbeaten here this season, but 2 down now. McAnuff scoring his first goal of the campaign. Long. Pulled down by Leon Courts. He could be in trouble here. He's already been booked as Courts. And the referee is shaping as if to show a second yellow card, which would leave Burnley 2-0 down and a man down. Leon Court is sent off for a second yellow card. Robson Canoe will keep this one in. To the feet of Shane Long. Pulls it back, and it's touched in on the line by Mikel Antonio. Reading have surely wrapped it up now. 5 minutes from time. The substitute's only been on the field for 3 minutes. And a simplest of finishes. Robson Canoe and Shane Long combining to play him in. Antonio touches home the goal. Dangerous ball in, but it's not Burnley's day. Summed up there. Burnley just want the whistle now. They were beaten a while ago. This is Simon Church, who sets the seal on a stunning win for Reading. The Welsh international makes it 4-0. His second goal of the season, but Reading's 4th of the afternoon. And from being so strong at home this season, Burnley have been torn apart. Antonio still battling for it, but that is the full-time whistle. What a win for Reading. A regal performance from the Royals. Burnley's unbeaten home record is ended by Brian McDermott's side. 4-0 it finishes. Ian Hart over this free kick. He can do from set pieces. It's a dangerous one, and it's turned in on the line by Matthew Mills, and it just had to be, didn't it? The Reading skipper against his former Rovers teammates, including his brother, of course, Joseph. His 4th goal of the season, more than he scored in over 2 years with Rovers. Here's Coppinger. Dangerous cross, and the equalising goal for Doncaster. It's a pinpoint header from James Hayter. His 2nd goal of the season has those fans celebrating. He's in behind the defence here. Jay Tabb for Reading. Denied by Neil Sullivan. Dangerous in-swinging free kick. And Doncaster are in front before half-time. It's Shelton Martis up from the back who has got the goal for Rovers. Coppinger plays it forward. This is Dean Shields. Still Dean Shields. Oh, it's a really good finish. And it's a 2-goal cushion for Doncaster. 5 minutes into this second half. Reading look to launch the comeback, and it's Caracan's header. It's off the post and in. And this incredible game takes another twist on the hour mark. Reading are back in it. 2 over the free kick. Hart has to be the favourite, and he's equalised for Reading. A sublime set piece from Ian Hart. Just keeps on delivering. And Reading from 2 down are level. Neat little ball touched forward by Howard. Mikel Antonio's cross, Simon Church, and Reading have won it. Surely they've won it. 2 minutes from time, and the substitutes combine. Antonio to Church. And just as the Welsh striker did against Burnley a week ago, he comes off the bench to score late and get a 4th for Reading from 3-1 down. Brian McDermott's side have beaten Doncaster by 4-3 in a thriller. Finishing early opening for Rangers. This is Tarabt. Still Adel Tarabt, tricks his way through past a couple of defenders, still going, and is brought down for a penalty. He steps up to score the penalty with an impudent, precise finish, and Queen's Park Rangers lead. That's another crunching tackle. It was a late tackle as well, and we're going to see another card as the referee fights to keep hold of this contest. It is a red card for Bradley Orr. Rangers a goal up, but now a man down before half-time. Here come the 10 men, and to their total at the other end. It's pulled back towards Forlan, who makes it 2-0 off the defender Ian Hart and in. And Queen's Park Rangers double their lead just past the hour mark. Good hit by Shane Long, and Reading are back in it. Really caught hold of that one. Shane Long scores his 3rd goal of the season, and at 2-1 there is hope for the Royals. Still over 20 minutes to play. Really good hits. The kick brings the save from Federici, but the rebound falls for Tommy Smith. And Queen's Park Rangers have taken just 3 minutes to restore their 2-goal lead. Still Reading press. Antonio through for Simon Church. That was a chance. That was a chance for the substitute, but it's just not Reading's day. Ian Hart will send it back into the danger area here. It's a good effort, and it's palmed wide by Paddy Kenny. And Reading are finding this Rangers defence as resolute as ever. Queen's Park Rangers return to winning ways against Reading and to the top of the championship. They win by 3-1.
Church does really well to hold off those players around him. It isn't a bad ball either. Noel Hunt's in there. Brilliant finish. And Reading take an early lead. Only 5 minutes on the clock. Noel Hunt makes his feelings known. Kicks over the hoarding. But Reading fans given something to cheer about early on. Excellent work from Church. Did it all himself and supplied Hunt. Reading 1-0 up. Long. does get beyond the outstretched foot of Blake. Not a bad ball in, and a superb save. Oh, and Noel Hunt almost gets a second. A superb leap. Whittingham, the top scorer last season, feeds Burke. Great opportunity! Couldn't turn it inside the post. Chopra making a Bellamy-like run into the channel. Ball to Bothroyd. That's a great strike. Oh, that looked over the line. Has the goal been given? Yes, says the assistant. Reading are livid. They don't think that should be allowed. It was a superb effort from Bothroyd. Bounced down. And it's 1-1. Cardiff City in the hunt for a winner. Here's Burke. It's onto his left foot. Brilliant save. Federici had to get up to it well. It was rather central. But Burke looking for a winning goal. Full-time whistle. Cardiff City failed to go top, but they pulled it back from a goal down to claim a draw, and they're now just a point behind Queen's Park Rangers. Reading remain 10th, just a point off the Championship playoff places.
The late kick-off in the Championship sees Reading look to climb above Norwich City, who occupy one of the playoff positions coming into this weekend. A victory would see the Royals move above the Canaries, who've been going well since winning promotion from League One last season. Norwich have been on the losing end in this fixture between the two sides on the last 4 occasions. They get in early behind the defence here though, and Russell Martin finishes with some aplomb. It's only his second goal of the season, but they carved open the Reading defence. Got in behind him with a tight angle, but he blasts the ball into the top corner, and Adam Federici is beaten. Reading come into this game looking for their third victory in the last 4 league matches. McDermott side making a decent-ish start to the season. This is on here though for Chris Martin. Sells the back pass short. Holt gets in around them, and from an even tighter angle, Grant Holt puts Norwich City 2-0 in front. A woeful back pass from Matthew Mills. Holt still had so much to do though to get his 6th of the campaign. The odds were stacked against him, but from the acutest of angles he finishes. Into the area from Howard, and it's cleared off the line, but bundled in by Ian Harkes. And the Irishman gives Reading a lifeline. It wasn't the best of clearances on the line, it has to be said. David Fox, who got to the ball, rather air-kicked at it, and that presented the opportunity. Chris Martin stands over the free kick, bends it past the wall and in. The 2-goal lead is restored just 3 minutes after Reading got back into it. 3 goals in 9 minutes in the first half. Long gets past his man, and a good save. John Ruddy had to be at his best to keep out Shane Long there. Got slightly lucky with the bounce off Fox. Drawn their last 2 matches in the Championship. And a lunging tackle on Ian Hart. And the referee Michael Oliver shows him a red card. Oh, what an eventful first half this has been. And Norwich City, having given themselves a 3-1 advantage, he did go in high there with the challenge on Hart. Reading urged forwards with their numerical advantage, and they hit the post. Could have been an early route back into this game at the start of the second half. Cross into the area from Hart, headed clear to the edge of the box, but Crofts is beaten to the header, and it may fall kindly here. Threaded through by Karachins, and it's turned home by Noel Hunt. He'd gone 12 games without scoring at the start of the season, and that's his second in as many matches. This has turned out to be as Long gets into the area. Long tumbles under the challenge and it's a penalty. Norwich City will point their finger at the referee as to how they've let Reading back into this game. Long brought down inside the area. He dusts himself down for the spot kick and he scores! Just past the hour and Reading make it 3-3. And you would have to say the home side now, given their history in this fixture, are the favourites. Managed to shoot the shot from the edge of the box is beaten away for a corner by John Ruddy. Joby McAnuff just can't find a way through as they look for the winning goal. Or can they? Cross-come shot just needed a touch. Behind for a goal kick. Hunt looking for his second of the game. It's a good home record, Reading. 4 wins out of their last 6 matches here at the Medeski Stadium. As the cross nearly deceives Ruddy, and he's nearly punished too. It's turned back with interest at the far post. Corrections puts it over the crossbar. That may well be the final opportunity of the game. The first time really the goalkeeper's flapped at anything this afternoon, but he wasn't punished in the end.
Definitely one I looked out for when the list came out, and particularly after sort of what happened there at the end of last season. Me and obviously all the boys are keen to go there and get a good result.
Their form hasn't been that great this season, especially at home. I think they've only won a couple of league games at Vicarage Road. Do you take that into account before you go to the match?
Not really. I mean, we were in great form last year when we went there, and they weren't particularly, and obviously we got turned over, so it'd be the same sort of thing. We just take each game as it comes, and it'd be a tough game. It's always a hard place to go. They'll make it hard for us, and hopefully we can get a good result.
Since the last few results, you've been letting in 3 goals. What have you been working on in training to sort that out?
Well, to be fair, I think it's something obviously we all have to be accountable for. It's not any one particular thing. We need to be a bit more compact as a team, and a few of the goals are probably more individually based than team stuff. So if we can eradicate those things, then I'm sure we'll be able to get back to being nice and solid and keeping clean sheets.
In terms of your role within the team, how do you assess it? How do you look at it? Do you look back on videos of yourself, or how do you do your homework? Yeah,
we have a sort of great team behind the scenes. Lucy does a lot of the sort of video stuff, analysis from the games. So obviously any time you want, you can go and get a bit of feedback. And for me personally, should always have a DVD sort of each and every month of stuff, good things, bad things, and obviously you just try and look over it and work on the things you're not doing particularly good and try and keep doing the things you are doing well.
They've lost their last 2 matches, 3-2. Ian Hart with the ball forward here. Shane Long is in behind Mariappa and pulls back the cross for Noel Hunt, and Reading lead 15 minutes in, and it's a 3rd goal in successive matches for Noel Hunt. Fit again and firing once more in the Reading front line, and the visitors take the lead at Vicarage Road. Cowie's free kick. This is Marvin Sword out. Taylor will curl it goalwards, and it requires the save from Federici. Tips it over for the corner. Here's the corner. It's Deeney's header. It's 1-1. Troy Deeney has got his goal 5 minutes before half-time. His 3rd of the season, his 2nd in the Championship. And the Hornets are back on terms. He's charged down. Long is away from Mariappa. He has support arriving in the middle, but tried to go it alone and enabled Taylor to get back and make the challenge. Here come Reading again. The visitors looking the most likely to find a winner just at the moment. And that's saved again by Loach, who has been the Watford hero. A number of important stops, particularly in the second half. Long to give chase, and to get away from Mariappa. Again, Loach to the rescue, and then it's over the bar from Caracan. It's all over, honours even at Vicarage Road. It finishes 1 apiece.
20 forward for Reading. His long, brilliant skill, and then wonderful improvisation from Max Gradle. Still dangerous, it's McAnuff. Leeds survive and win themselves a free kick. Ian Hart to strike against his former club. He's denied by a brilliant Kasper Schmeichel save. The Irishman can surge forward. Looking to pick somebody out. It's Schmeichel again to the rescue. He's having a fine afternoon between the sticks. Kebe the sub. Good one. Here's Noel Hunt. There's that man, Kasper Schmeichel once more. Have Reading been caught too far forward? It's McCormack onto Johnny Howson for Leeds United. Fine save. Otherwise, Johnny Howson would have scored the winner for Leeds in front of the travelling fans. A good point for Leeds United against Brian McDermott's Reading. Simon Grayson's team's unbeaten run is up to 6 games.
So obviously, I was looking forward to any year and for the being your club, so it would be nice to get on, but I'm sure it'll come around again soon.
I guess you understand the reasons behind why they having to look into going ahead with it or not.
Yeah, obviously safety comes first, and if it's too dangerous for the fans to get in the ground and things like that, then it's football comes second, doesn't it?
Have you ever played in shocking conditions like this? An actual match gone ahead, or?
Yeah, I've played in games where there's been snow on the pitch and things like that. I don't know, I quite enjoyed it, to be honest. It's a bit different, it makes it a bit more fun, I suppose, and have a few slight challenges and things like that, but like you say, safety comes first.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite funny at Reading at the moment because they seem to be collecting quite a few Sheffield United old boys now, with Mikel Leggett coming in on loan as well. Yeah,
obviously Mikel's come in and did well last week, and it's nice to have him here, and he's a great lad and a great player, so he's a good addition to our squad.
Were you there when he first joined United? Were you?
Yeah, I was there. It was the year we went in the Premiership. He signed in the summer and played all that season, so I know him well, know his strengths and that, and he's a like I say, a great addition.
You must have been pleased when you saw that his name popping up with Reading then.
Yeah, obviously, because I know he's capable of, and I think probably needed someone like him in the squad. Like he's very maybe more defensive minded player who can break up attacks and things like that, and let our attacking players do their business.
Did the manager ever speak to you about it, or does he say what's he like? Because if he didn't know him, or
he didn't mention it before. Obviously, Mikel signed, but obviously once he came, he asked us about him and his career, and obviously I had just glowing reports from him. He's a great guy and a great player.
Does that happen a lot, that the manager might come to you if he's thinking about looking at a player that you played with, or?
Not really with me. Maybe he's maybe he's more senior players like Yvonne and things like that might go to, but I don't know. But me personally, no.
And he's fitted in well here and everything already?
Yeah, he's settling really well. He's getting on well with the lads, and I'm sure he'll enjoy his time here. The lads are a great bunch.
Yeah. A poor recent record here. Here's Carrigan. McAnuff, as they try and manufacture the opening, he gets the shot away. McAnuff seeing plenty of the ball in the opening exchanges here, and then curls that one goalwards. It just needed a touch. It's glanced wide by Shane Long in the end. Here's Shane Long. Will it break for him on the edge of the box? It will, and it's a fraction wide. McAnuff again goes cross field this time. Jimmy Kebe, his first start since October. Plays it in towards Long, and this time he's denied by the post. Well, he's getting closer. From Marlon King, really good effort, hits the post. McAnuff. Away once more from Keogh. He's given Richard Keogh a really tough afternoon. Here's Hunt. Important save by Westwood, still the danger though, and the goalkeeper needed the help of his defenders to clear that off the line. Saved Hunt's effort, but the rebound could have gone anywhere. It's turned goalwards by Carrigan. Again, the frame of the goal is rattling. We're keeping very dangerous territory here for Coventry City. Requires the save from Federici. It is a 5th successive championship draw for Reading. 4th straight clean sheet for Coventry. 0-0 it finishes.
Here's Luke Moore, forced wide. Turn from Bueno! Strikes the post. How close was this from Bueno? Here's McAnuff. Has to go on his own here, Joby McAnuff. And in the end, no Hunt. What he knew of it, I think he was just looking to guide it home this. Got it all wrong, didn't he? But once again, another chance for Reading. Oh, must be wonderful save from Federici. More! Oh, that's another top save from Federici. What does Luke Moore have to do to get beyond the big Australian goalkeeper? It wasn't long ago that these two were Premier League opposition. 2007-2008 season. This is long. Oh, that must be a penalty. And is. Sean Barker tugging back. Shane Long who won it, will take it. And will score it as well. It is first blood to Reading. Fine penalty beyond Bywater, who went the right way, but he was just too hard to handle, too much pace on it. Oh, not dealt with by Brayford, and Hunt is in. Oh, what a top save that is by Stephen Bywater. Keeps Derby in this match. Free kick comes in, and it's off the woodwork. Well, Shane Long, free header. Derby searching an equaliser. Commons, they've got it! 1-1. Bueno, that's well done from him. Commons to his left, here he is, Commons. Must be a... What a save! And flash wide. Adam Federici is having one of the games of his life at the moment. What a stop that is. Next goal you feel will win this. Who's it going to fall for? McAnuff. It's Long! Reading have got it! Shane Long with his 8th of the season. It could be an absolute crucial one. The context of this match. Reading lead again. A delightful ball from McAnuff to search out Long in between two defenders and nods it home. His second of the afternoon. Could be the 3 points for Reading. Going to be Savage? No, it's not. It's going to be the top of the crossbar from Commons. Just couldn't dip enough. So it just could be one of those days for Derby County. Boos sound around Pride Park. It's Brian McDermott's Reading that have won it.
A really sharp turn. Federici has come. What was he thinking? Against the bar, Stead turns it home. And Bristol City deservedly take the lead. It's John Stead who applies the finish. Andy Griffin takes this one really quickly. Chance to work it in. I think Bristol City were quite ready for this. Oh, it's a brilliant save from the goalkeeper, but Jeremy McAnuff puts it home. He was the quickest sinking player on the field. Inside that penalty area, he diverts it home on 31 minutes. It was a really good header. It brought the best out of David James, but he wasn't going to save the second effort. Griffin's free kick. It's not the best, doesn't beat the front man. So scrappy around that penalty area. Oh, but that's really poor. Shane Long's in. He supplies Noel Hunt. And Reading have turned this game on its head. Noel Hunt will not have an easier goal in his career. And from close range, he makes it 2-1. Credit to Shane Long, he was so quick thinking and just put it in that area where David James had no chance of reaching it. That goal just before half-time really took the wind out of Bristol City's sails, and Long plays a nice ball out to that far side. He continues his run into the penalty area. Headed into the path of Long. Oh, what a miss. Cut out with ease. Complains that should have been a free kick. Shane Long certainly isn't going to stop anytime soon. Surely this is his goal. It is. 3-1 Reading. And Shane Long on 66 minutes has just made life increasingly difficult for Bristol City. Such quick feet from their top scorer this season. They were chasing and chasing, but in off that post. Finds his way to Long. He'll show some strength. Well, he's got that in his locker, isn't he? Held off the defender and found the bottom corner. It's his second, and he has been in superb form. No doubt the driving force behind this comeback. Shane Long doesn't look like he could hold off a defender like that. He does. David James gets nowhere near it. From a goal down on the quarter-hour mark, Reading have won this one by 4 goals to 1.
Hull, who have not won their final match of the calendar year since 2007. They have to go back to 2002 for Reading, since they last ended the year on a winning note. As Corran just loves to wander around, making these spaces, creating the opportunity. Oh, it's a stunning strike from James Harper. And against his former club as well, Hull City take the lead, and you have to say it's been coming. Reading searching an equaliser. This is Kebe. That could be a penalty, you know, and it is. Referee points to the spot. Shane Long. Oh, denied by Vita Manoni. Have to say, it wasn't the greatest of penalties. Swung in from Hart. Well, awkward for Manoni, and it's going to be a tap-in for Church. Well, from hero to possible villain at this time of the year, Panto season, Vita Manoni came to claim this, and he palmed it onto the chest of McShane, and it's a simple tap-in for Church. 1-1. Hart goes for a deflection. Oh, goodness me. But on the final game of the calendar year, it has finished 1-1 here at the KC Stadium.
Swung in by Jimmy Kebe. Everybody missed it. Shane Long couldn't get a touch, and in the end it scrambled but behind by Angel Rangel. Good ball in by Kebe. Everybody missed it. Shane Long just couldn't apply the finish. Chested down by Long. Church! Somehow the ball stayed out. It looked for all the world as if Reading would take the lead then. Here comes the free kick appeal for handball. Pratley! They won't worry about the appeal now. Darren Pratley scores the opening goal of the game. Reading scored a late equaliser at Hull in midweek through Simon Church. Here's Kebe. They need the same here. And Church heads over from close range when it really seemed easier to score. Sinclair on the break. Second goal now surely would wrap up the points for Swansea. Dyer just inside him. Sinclair on his own. Dyer had to check his run. Still Dyer. Still the pressure on. Good punch out by De Vries. Swansea edging closer to a win. Adam Federici stayed up for this one. Trying to show his skills on the ground. He might need to get back now. Still the pressure's on though. And now Federici will charge back towards goal. But it's all on his own here. Sinclair. Will he try his luck from distance? Still going Sinclair. Oh, he's put it wide. Victory for Brendan Rodgers' side against his former club. Swansea win it by 1-0.
Here's Mears. Eagles. Oh, lovely ball in behind. They've switched off here, Reading. Great chance to the away side. Wallace! Opening goal goes to Burnley. 28 minutes on the clock. McAnuff with the ball forward. Long's onside. They're desperately appealing for an offside. It isn't to be. It's an equaliser for Reading. Well, he's been absolutely superb this season. And Shane Long, just 3 minutes after Reading go behind, makes it 1-1. Arm went up straight away from Clark Carlisle. It was certainly ambitious. Grant started to come out, but it was a neat drive beyond him. They've got something to sing about now, haven't they? Long, fabulous first touch. He's so quick in behind every single time. But he drags his effort wide. He feels there was a push there. Long squares up to Carlisle. He fancies his chances against him. Cuts it back brilliantly. And a wasted opportunity. Kebe with a strike wide. Long is just absolutely buzzing today, isn't he? Got it to the byline. They doubted he'd be able to cut it back, but he absolutely was able to. Defender getting a decisive touch in the end, perhaps. Makanov's corner. Long jumps, Long scores, 2-1 Reading, and they've turned this game on its head. 22 minutes remaining. And he's not the tallest, is he? But Shane Long was the most aware inside that 6-yard box. Easton flat-footed. They have the lead. Eagles. He gets a deflection, palmed away by the goalkeeper. Full-time whistle. Shane Long the hero. His brace means Reading leapfrog Burnley in the championship table.
Yeah, I'm excited about the competition. Absolutely, I'm obviously, we were galvanised by the fact that we beat Burnley, because that was a really big game. Because we knew that we weren't going to play in a league for 2 weeks. So now the chance that we've got now to play in the FA Cup again, and obviously that was a competition that was good for me personally and the staff and all the players last season. And I'm looking forward to it. And funny enough, we got West Brom again, so it's a bit deja vu.
Yeah, it leads me on to my next question. Is it a good thing you've got West Brom again, because the players will know what to expect, perhaps a bit more informed and better equipped this time around to go into the fixture, rather than if you'd got a team you hadn't played before?
They're informed of whatever game we play, whoever we play. The bearing on the game last year has got nothing to do with this year. Whatever team we play, they'll be informed and they'll know. So we know they're a good side. We know they're Premiership. They've had a few games lately that they haven't won. The Premiership to them will be really, really important. But I know that Roberto will bring a side that he feels that can beat us.
West Bromwich Albion's defensive weaknesses were once again exposed as they fell to a narrow defeat to Championship outfit Reading. Shane Long's 7th goal in 6 outings proved to be enough for the Royals. Latching on to Noel Hunt's flick-on, the Irishman finished well beyond the despairing Boaz Myhill. Albion came closest to grabbing an equaliser when James Morrison's curling effort dropped onto the top of the crossbar. To compound their misery, Jonas Olsen was given his marching orders after fouling Shane Long.
Was given away on the edge of the penalty area. And Kebe sets free, and it's a lovely ball down the line for Shane Long. Real opportunity here, and Reading on the counter-attack take the lead. And Shane Long nips in. It's his 4th goal in 3 matches and 14th of the season. And their much coveted striker keeps a cool head. But Reading in front, just short of the half-hour mark. Ricci, right on the edge of his area, gets the ball downfield. It's Long. Skips past one challenge, and his shot's over the crossbar. Ledgetwood extended his loan from Queen's Park Rangers earlier this week and plays it over the top for Kebe. Kebe lofts it over the goalkeeper, and it's a wonderful finish from Jimmy Kebe. Kept his composure to show a touch of class. Wouldn't believe he'd gone 13 games without scoring. That's his 5th of the season. Lovely weighted ball over the top from Mikael Ledgetwood. With Sullivan a long way off his line. He lobs it over the goalkeeper to perfection. It's all going wrong in Sean O'Driscoll's 100th home game in charge of Doncaster, and it could get worse here. It takes a wicked deflection, and it's in. Joby McAnuff will take credit for that goal. He can't have known much about it as the clearance ricocheted off his boot into the back of the net. It's all pretty relative now, though. Reading are coasting towards a comprehensive victory against Doncaster Rovers by 3-0.
So, Matthew, welcome to Reading. How does it feel to be a Reading player?
I feel good, I feel great. I'm so happy to be here. Big ground, big stadium, big team. I'm so glad, happy.
What did the manager say to you about coming to Reading?
It's a big opportunity for me. I'm young, and I need to take my chance because it gives me a big thing. So now we work hard, very hard, to be on the team, try to score a goal, enjoy myself here.
Yeah, you've been scoring a lot of goals for Hereford, so if you can do that again here, everybody will be happy, won't they?
Yeah, me first, I think. Try my best for score and do a good game for the team, for the club.
Intriguing ball in from Ian Hart. Brad Guzan again, keeping Hull City at 0-0. Glancing flick, that's a really good save. Hull looking to protect a record that has seen him go 8 games without defeat away from home. No, Joby McAnuff coming very close to giving Reading the lead. Reading, who are unbeaten in 6 against Hull City. Oh, it's awkward and it's a goal! Corey Evans, on loan from Manchester United, comes on with his first senior goal in league football. What on earth happened here though? Ian Hart and Adam Federici got to talk to each other surely. All coming forward once more, this is Fryatt. A deflection and only just past the post. It's a great ball looking for Long. Penalty. Conceded by Guzan. Just going to be a talking to by the referee. Shane Long got himself in a great position. And there is contact and it's a definite penalty. Up steps Ian Hart, 1-1. Well, relief for Reading, they are back on level terms. They do like to leave it late, Reading, and they've done it again. Ian Hart from the penalty spot with his 7th goal of the season. And there was no stopping that one.
In some ways I feel like I've been here forever, and I probably have been here forever, but I feel like I've been a manager for longer than I actually have been. You know, when you look at all the managers that are going, I'm probably 9th, 10th longest serving in the Championship. So no, it was kind of a surreal time in my life, really. You know, we'd gone into the I was caretaker, couldn't win a game in the league, but kept beating Premiership opposition in the cup. So it was a bit bizarre, and I knew the game. I targeted the game against Barnsley as a must-win game in my own head. I never said that to anybody else, but I stood on that line thinking we've got to win this game, because if we don't win this game, we are in serious trouble. We needed some momentum, and we got that off the back of a 1-0. I think it was a scrappy 1-0 win against Barnsley, and I just went home that night and thought we're fine. I actually thought we're fine after that.
There's been mainly highs and a couple of lows. What would you say has been the highlight so far?
Liverpool was a highlight. West Brom was a highlight in the cup. Going 8 wins or something out of 10 in the league was a highlight. Losing to Plymouth 4-1 on the 28th of December, I think it was the 28th. Driving home that night was a low light, and everybody could hear the screams in my ear, "You're not going to get this job." I could hear it, and you know, thank God that the board kept the faith. But that was a real low.
Did you kind of think at that moment? Do you think that was possibly the dream of managing Reading? Do you think that might have been it?
It was out of my hands, so I didn't really think about it myself. I just felt that I had to just keep working day to day, and all I could do was concentrate on what I had to do the next game, and the next game had to be Liverpool in that one, for example. So I was just concentrating solely on what I had. I didn't look too far ahead. I never looked back, and I don't do that now. And I just totally concentrate on the next job.
The memories from that round 3 win over Newcastle were resonant at the Lamex Stadium, and there were high hopes Stevenage could advance against Reading. But the Royals controlled the game from the start, taking the lead after 23 minutes. Michaele Legitwood bagging his first goal for the club. In the second half, Stevenage's spirit came to the fore and they equalised in the 72nd minute. Darius Charles running into space and finishing in fine style. Was there to be another shock? No fairy tale this time, as a late Shane Long strike gave Reading a relieving 2-1 victory, ending Stevenage's memorable cup run.
Cleared away by Federici. Flicked on towards Church. That to Kebe. Does well to stay on his feet, Jimmy Kebe. Good crossover ball as well in towards Church. And takes a deflection from Michaela Legitwood. He'll claim the goal. It could well have been Paul Quinn that got the touch on it, but Legitwood will claim it. It looked as though it was going in. Jimmy Kebe instrumental. Went for the pullback instead of the cross. Poor clearance by Adam Federici. And a chance here for Jay Bothroyd, who walks it in. And Reading have gifted Cardiff an equaliser. Bellamy. Well, he's away from Andy Griffin. Still going Bellamy. Went for the curler. Beaten out by Federici. Karachan. Now Noel Hunt. A little bit of space inside the box. Mansett! Off the bench to score his first Reading goal, Matteo Mansett. Transfer window signing from Hereford, and he's put Reading in front. Right on the stroke of full time. Driven across by Noel Hunt. Mansett stabbed beyond Heaton. There's a challenge on the edge of the penalty area, which has been penalised by the referee. Well, Matt Mills will get a yellow card. You can see him barging his teammates out the way to berate the referee. There's a bit of pushing and shoving going on as well now. That's all getting a little bit bad temper towards the end. Michael Chopra's in there somewhere. Here's Craig Bellamy with the free kick. And Cardiff have levelled in stoppage time. Craig Bellamy. Federici beaten. Well, there goes the full-time whistle. Frustrating for Reading, who led, but a controversial free kick on the edge of the penalty area gave Craig Bellamy the chance to equalise for Cardiff.
There's Long trying to glance it into Church, who struck it superbly. Karachan hasn't had a lot to do, Paddy Kenny, but when called upon, he delivers.
Well, he's kept 16 clean sheets this season in the Championship, and this is why he makes saves like this game after game. It's a fairly comfortable height for him, but finally Reading starting to threaten. Church does everything right. It's a good strike. It's a good save from Paddy Kenny.
And Brian McDermott, and it was a bullet header. Somehow they failed to get it across the line. They've got another corner, but again, QPR with Paddy Kenny to thank.
And Matt Mills can't believe he's not scored here. He manages to get free at the far post. Does everything right, heads it down, heads it back across. It's Paddy Kenny again, his left foot this time. He manages to stick out an instinctive save, a brilliant save.
But it's Routledge to bring it away now. Ephraim into Kebe, too strongly, that's wild. It's going to be in trouble here. Kebe's hurt. And Ephraim could well be off here. He is, red card.
Well, Russell Booth has absolutely no choice. This is a ludicrous tackle from Hogan Ephraim. He's convinced he did nothing wrong. I'm sure we get to see the replays will realise that this was a really, really poor challenge. Nowhere near the ball. He gets away from him, and it's the fact it's a straight leg as well. Catches the defender. It's Jimmy Kebe actually who's all the way back and can pick up serious injuries. It's a really, really poor challenge. Nowhere near the ball.
And it might get better here. Routledge. Big goal for Queen's Park Rangers. Inside the last 10 minutes, 10-man QPR look like they have extended their lead at the top.
Holt with the lead. Houlihan with the run. Oh, what a trick. He has got that in his locker, Houlihan. He has support too. That's been coming. 16 on the clock. Henry Lansbury drives it into the back of the net. Houlihan, what vision to see Lansbury arriving. Okay, manages to get beyond Ward. He's bearing down on goal, good cut back, and it's a good goal. Shane Long does finish it, and 26 on the clock. It's 1-1. Shane Long, the Republic of Ireland international. Oh, really late challenge. No one seems to like that, and I think we're going to see a card here. Is Jem Karakan in trouble? Well, war has broken out. It's David Fox is the man still on the deck. Oh, it's a really clumsy challenge. Feet up. Straight red. And Reading are down to 10 men. Sermon into Holt. Oh, Griffin almost slips on the ball. It's Grant Holt. Federici to the rescue once again. Time running out for Paul Lambert's side. Here's Holt. Federici with a save. Oh, what a flick, Crofts. Right across the area. Holt's there! The captain does it, and Norwich City have got the win. They've been knocking on the door the whole second half, and Grant Holt celebrates as he makes it 2-1. The celebrations can begin for Norwich City. Grant Holt turns it in from an acute angle to win the game for the Canaries.
McAnuff. Shane Long. He's done well here, Long. And Reading take the lead. Shane Long scored at the weekend in defeat at Norwich. And with 8 minutes to go, could that be the goal that gives them victory here against Sheffield United? His excellent goal-scoring season continues. The Reading fans sheltering from the rain, but they'll be delighted to see their side take the lead. Lovely ball through from McAnuff. Long's touch just took him away from Alan Perino. It's a great finish. The Blades pressing forward with purpose now. This is Bogdanovic. Forced wide by Griffin. The pair of them take a tumble. And the referee gives a penalty. Well, Trevor Kettle ruling that Andy Griffin has fouled Daniel Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic, who scored from the spot at the weekend against Adam Federici, and sends the keeper the wrong way. And the Blades could have rescued a point here. McAnuff. Mansett go through the centre. McAnuff might not need him. Here's Shane Long. That's a fine save from Simonson to deny a certain winner for Shane Long. Matthew Mansett wanted the ball played across the box, but Long went for goal. Well, there goes the full-time whistle. 1-1 in the end. Reading will be disappointed with that. Both the goals coming in the final 10 minutes. Finished Sheffield United 1, Reading 1. Bounces around awkwardly. McAnuff. Danny Graham. Angle's a little bit tight to think about the shot. Tries to play it across and get the deflection. Hit goalwards by Wyman. And he might get a second opportunity. And Watford take the lead. Just short of the half hour. Nicely done by Legit Wood. Gets the shot in as well. And Scott Loach just gets enough on that to send it round the post. Here comes the corner. Loach has spilled it. And a simple tap in for Noel Hunt. Well, Scott Loach, who made a couple of great saves in the first half, is at fault for the goal. Should have gathered it under no pressure. The ball's just looped up off his fingers. Cowie's corner. Got a back across goal off the line by Shane Long. He's done well, Jimmy Kebe. 2 to aim for in the centre. Church! Not to be for Simon Church. That will be the final action. Brian McDermott shakes the hands of Malky Mackay. One apiece. Doesn't really do much to help either side get back into playoff contention.
Header is won there well by Millwall's Morrison, and it's Jimmy Abdu trying to come across the park, but the Royals clear the ball downfield. Shane Long now, chance to run with the ball, and he's got the pace there of Robinson, the captain. A cross coming in, not a bad cross, it's going to deflect here. Hunt on his left foot, goal! Brilliant volley! Noel Hunt has given us a great start in the 3rd minute of the game. 2 minutes 50 seconds on the clock. and Ledgerwood heads it back towards halfway. Helped back again high by a good header away by Ingemarson. Ball bouncing in midfield, but the reaction is first here, and a chance here, shot coming in here, and the Millwall are level. Within a minute of the start, it's a substitute, I think, that's got it as well. Ball not cleared, it came back, and I think it's Harris that's got the shot away on the just inside the penalty area. And Cummings, Kebe in a tight spot on the right-hand side, but he's beaten his man, he's cut inside well, he feeds it out here to Noel Hunt. Hunt on the right-hand side, delivers across here, and he plays brilliant finish! Shane Long, great cross, and Shane Long has scored with a brilliant right foot shot on the turn. He's given the keeper no chance. Hunt's beautiful cross, Kebe made it, and then Hunt put a brilliant cross in, and Shane Long, the top scorer, has met it on the half volley to smack it into the corner. It's Reading 2, Millwall 1.
Brian McDermott brings Reading to Selhurst Park with recent history on his side. The Royals haven't lost here for almost 14 years. Palace with just one victory in their last 8 against Reading. It's Darren Ambrose to advance. Good run by Ambrose, it opens up for the shot, and he picks out the bottom corner brilliantly. What a stunning start at Selhurst Park. 39 seconds on the clock, and the Eagles lead. It's down. Neil Dans finding Vaughan. Not as far as Ambrose to return it into the middle. This is Dan, scuffs the shot somewhat, tipped up onto the bar by Alex McCarthy. Palace are claiming that went over the line, but the goal hasn't been given. Danger from both sides. And it broke for Dans, miscued it somewhat, but what a save. Somehow it stayed out. And the chase here. Putting the pressure on against Ingemarson. Cross behind Everson, but picks out Neil Dans to make it 2-0. Crystal Palace double their lead with 25 minutes on the clock. A 7th goal of the season for Neil Dans, his 6th in the Championship. Reading who come away with it though. Launched long for Shane Long to chase. McCarthy is with him. McCarthy's challenge is penalised with a penalty. Referee Bates points to the spots. Chance for Reading to get back in this. Shane Long won the penalty and scores the penalty. And Crystal Palace concede at home for the first time in 13 hours of football. Still they continue those protests as their proud record is ended in somewhat controversial fashion. But a really good spot kick from Shane Long to beat Speroni. Here's Vaughan. Well worked for Everson to chase. He might just get there ahead of the goalkeeper. Palace have a penalty of their own. Alex McCarthy this time. The Reading goalkeeper with the foul. And will there be further punishment as the referee reaches for his pocket? Everson perhaps was going away from goal, but just clipped. McCarthy allowed to stay on the field to face the penalty and saves the penalty from Darren Ambrose. The goalkeeper has redeemed himself. And Ambrose denied his 2nd goal of the game. And Palace denied a 2-goal cushion once more. Great stop. Still plenty of time for more, of course, as Reading probe for an equaliser. It's Jimmy Kebe, and they are level. 2-2. Just 4 minutes into the second half. Shane Long, who scored the first from the spot, has made the second for Jimmy Kebe. His 6th of the season. And the Royals have come from 2 down. Great technique to steer that into the corner. Well, Reading are the draw specialists. 13 so far before today in the Championship. The most of anybody in the division. And they're back on terms from 2 down, but under pressure here. Dean Moxey does well to pull it back into the danger area. This is Jermaine Easter, and that's a wonderful finish. And Palace are back in front. Jermaine Easter off the bench and on the score sheet. Quebec. To Cummins again. Does well to get the cross in. Speroni palms it clear one-handed. McAnuff there to give chase, the former Crystal Palace player. And that's a good ball in by McAnuff for Noel Hunt to head Reading level again. 3-3. What again this is turning into. And Noel Hunt with his 6th of the season as the Royals on terms again with 17 minutes still to go. Rosewell above Gardner. Reading will fancy they can go on and win this now. But the Eagles haven't given up hope of a winner either. This is Jermaine Easter, who has 1 goal already. Scuffed his shot with a chance, presented itself for another, and then didn't get hold of the second ball either. Gratefully gathered up by McCarthy. What a game this has been, and perhaps fitting that it ends with honours even. Crystal Palace 3, Reading 3.
Arteta. Lovely crossfield ball to Baines. Billy Alepdinov. Nicely taken by Osman. Coleman coming in! And heading it down and over the crossbar. Ian Hart with the corner for Reading. Into a good area towards Mills. It's Mills again! And the Reading captain scores his first FA Cup goal. Everton 0, Reading 1. The goal coming from a set piece. It ricocheted off Osman straight back to Matt Mills. And he finished it beautifully. For his 5th of the season. Oh, Distant, he's given that straight to Jimmy Kebe. Chance for 2. Great save by Howard. Oh, he came to the rescue there. Jimmy Kebe has had a very good first half. It was on a plate from Distant. Hart. Wow, Tim Howard diving to his right. How much did he know about this? Not too far wide from Ian Hart. Gunnison with the long throw. Distant. Quebec. Oh, here's J-Tab. And it came off Neville. 71 games without a goal. J-Tab, he's never scored for Reading. But this was a wonderful opportunity, and Phil Neville with a great block. Arteta. Sahar. They've upped the tempo here a little bit. Everton. Good cross towards Beckford. And here comes Osman! Oh, what a save from Alex McCarthy. The best chance we've seen from Everton in the whole game. Great save with his left arm. Dying seconds now. And there is the full-time whistle. And Reading are into the quarter-finals of the FA Cup for the 2nd season running. What a night for Brian McDermott. The Reading boss, thanks to Matt Mills' goal, is through to the last 8 of the FA Cup once again.
Matt, look at these fans behind you. What an amazing night for the club.
Amazing, yeah, you just summed up in one word. Boys are absolutely tremendous tonight. Sounds silly, but playing against these Premier League teams suits us, you know.
Doesn't scare you, does it?
No, I think we've beaten quite a few in the FA Cup over the last 2 years. I mean, the manager's unbelievable. The way he sets us up against these teams is, we just go out there, we've got a game plan and we stick to it.
You were there all night blocking shots at the end, but talk me through that goal.
To be honest, I had a chance on Saturday and I tried to take it first time and absolutely shanked it. So I thought, take your time, have a touch and see what happens. And luckily for me, it went in the back of the net.
We thought it was an opportunity for us, really. You know, we've got such a good bunch of players and such a good spirit. You know, we wanted to take the game to Everton. It didn't really work out first 15, 20 minutes. They passed it round us, but we kept the shape. They passed it in front of us a lot of the time. And we got the goal. And you know, once we scored a goal, something for us to hang on to. Then Jimmy's got an opportunity 1v1, and then we're trying to hit them on the break. And we have got pace in the team. You know, we weren't going to sit back here. I felt if we sat back here, we were going to get well beat. So But it's such a fantastic atmosphere, great crowd. At the end there, some of the Everton fans just stayed too.
They clapped you off. That doesn't happen very often when you play away from home.
You don't see that. So absolute credit to the Everton fans at the end.
Your two front lads have run a million miles, and Everton you never give them time in the Premier League. Sometimes teams let each other play. You never let them play, and you thoroughly deserved your win because right through your team, everybody did the job you asked them to do, I think.
And Alex McCarthy, young goalkeeper, he's going to be a really, really good goalkeeper. He's made a fabulous save at the end.
I thought at the end he could have held it, no?
No, I'm not too worried about that.
What's the formula? Because you won this time last season about half a mile across Stanley Park that way, and you come here this evening, win at Anfield, win at Goodison. Generate a great spirit amongst your team.
Yeah, they have got a great spirit. I mean, in the league, we've had a lot of draws. If we could have, I think we've had about 15 draws. If we could have turned like 4 of those into victories, we'd have been right up there. But we're still going for the league as well. We're trying to do as well as we possibly can. And it just shows we're close. But if you can come to Anfield, put on a performance like that, that gives us a lot of hope for the future.
Or Goodison.
Or Goodison even. I talked about last year.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Reading return to the Medeski Stadium, having reached the FA Cup quarter-finals for the second season running, with victory over Everton in midweek. Here's Kebe. Robson Kanu! Quarter of an hour gone and Reading take the lead. Good ball in by Jimmy Kebe, and Hal Robson Kanu just found that little bit of space to beat Jason Steele. The Royals take the lead. Forward by McMahon. Only half cleared. Back in, and Lita scores against his former club. Here comes the free kick, and in by Ian Hart. Struck it well, but Jason Steele will maybe feel he should have done better. Got across and maybe got a hand to it, but it's crept in between him and the post. Reading retake the lead. Here comes Ian Hart's free kick, bounced awkwardly, and took a deflection on its way in. And Reading extend their advantage. It's another goal from Ian Hart. Second free kick in a row. Again, some poor defending by Middlesbrough. Reading very much in the ascendancy at the moment, and they've scored again. It's another goal for Shane Long. 16 in the league now this season for the Irishman. Completely unmarked, and a free header past Ripley. Long in on goal again for number 5 for Reading. Ripley stays on his line. And it's 5-1 to Reading. Lost just 1 in their last 12 here at the Medeski, and they're cruising to victory over Borough. Leroy Lita going down in a Matt Mills challenge, and the referee has given a penalty. And Lita against McCarthy makes it 5-2. Will just be a consolation for Borough. Comes a corner towards Shane Long, and he scores again. Goal number 20 this season for Shane Long. For so long lived in the shadow of Kevin Doyle and Dave Kitson at Reading. Ipswich free kick, flicked up by Ledbetter, just wide. That's well taken by Grant Ledbetter. Long. It's a nice play again by the Irishman, full of confidence at the moment, beaten out by Fulham. Howard went for the side foot, but side foot's just wide. Brian Howard. Ian Hart over the free kick, brilliant! Reading double their advantage, and Ian Hart, who scored twice against Borough from free kicks on Saturday, gets another goal at Portman Road. Up and over the wall, full up beaten. Reading lead 2-0. Done by Karachan. Well, Noel Hunt in on goal here. It's one-on-one with the keeper and rounding Martin Fulop and into the empty net for Noel Hunt. It's the Irish connection for Reading. Long, Hart and Hunt. And Reading lead 3-0 and the points are going back to Berkshire. Long with a measured pass through to Noel Hunt, who timed his run perfectly. Ipswich defence caught square and Hunt rolled it into the empty net. Ledbetter. Hooked in by Wickham. That's another goal to add to his impressive CV for Conor Wickham, but it will be merely a consolation for Ipswich, who've been well beaten by a very clinical Reading side. Didn't manage to keep a clean sheet, but good strike from Wickham. Reading's climb up the table towards the playoffs continues. Brian McDermott's side with another victory.
Defensive midfield play there from Ledgerwood, but Silva's pinched it, there's no foul. Tevez, Sean Wright-Phillips, saved by McCarthy, and again from Silva. Great double save. Kolarov to deliver this one, and, well, Tab on the line ensured that that one didn't go in. Good run from David Silva. And still, and Tevez tried a cheeky back heel. And he's unfortunate, McCarthy with another save. Kolarov with the 6th City corner. And headed down and touched over by McCarthy. Micah Richards stretching. Silva takes, and it's in! It's Micah Richards! McCarthy got a hand to it, but he couldn't keep it out.
The power of the header means McCarthy's got no chance whatsoever. And I thought about it when J-Tab cleared the ball off the line earlier on. I want to have 2 men on the post. If he had done that, I'm sure he would have got it out of the goal.
Well, you know, you look at all the talent that they've got, fantastic players and all the ability they've got, and we've got done on a set play. It's just incredible, really. You know, I thought we were going to see it through at least, and I thought the first half we had opportunities, it didn't really fall for us, and then at the end when they got the goal I thought we might just come back and nick one and get a draw, but it wasn't to be. I
think when you look at the way Manchester City went about it today, you were always in the game.
Yeah, we felt that we were always in the game. We felt if we just tried to sit back and try to nick something on the break, we'd have a problem. You know, you can't do that here. You know, I watched them play 2 or 3 times. A lot of clubs come here and just sit back, but you know, there's times we had to sit back because they've got players that can do a bit with the ball, and you know, they've got real talent. So it's a bit galling to get done on a set play. That would be the only thing.
I think we held our own immensely well. I think a draw would have been a much fairer result, quite frankly. And I've been to see the players after the game, and I've expressed them my gratitude to their resolve and the way they played, and I think it puts us very well placed in the Championship to move on, because I think we'd look perfectly at ease in the Premiership. I think this afternoon's game showed that even though you have a team there that's probably one of the most expensive teams in the world, the Reading should hold their head up high and be proud of what they've achieved this afternoon.
Swinging towards Long. Throw-in taken quickly by Matt Hill. Looked across, good save by McCarthy. Deeper corner in from Howard this time. Header from Kizanishvili. Harewood. McCarthy comes out and spills, and a great chance here for Devaney. Oh, he's running wide. What a miss. Chase into the corner from Shane Long, who's nicked it away from Nathan Doyle. He's got Mansett with him. It's Mansett, and Reading take the lead. He's only been on the field 5 minutes, Matteo Mansett, and puts Reading in front with 19 minutes to go. Good work from Shane Long, did well to keep the ball in play. Mansit just pulled away. Harewood. Barnsley going in search of an equaliser. Here's another chance for Martin Devaney. Just isn't his afternoon. Cleared away by Steele. There goes the whistle. Reading are moving to within touching distance of the playoff places.
First things first, new contract this week. You must be pleased with that.
Yeah, really pleased. Signed that yesterday, and I was absolutely delighted to sign and and be here for how many months or games or whatever it's going to be. So I'm just really pleased.
Okay, so there's never any hesitation in your mind when the club came to you?
No, the club came to me, and they were proactive in doing that, which was great for me, really. So it's what I think about the club, and I've been here a long time, and I've enjoyed every single moment of this job. Now we've got 9 games to go and a lot to play for. A lot was made of when I got the job. I think a lot of people said certain things which weren't necessarily true, about me being a cheap option, which I didn't think was correct, and I felt that was wrong at the time. But it's not about that. It's not about. For me, it's just about moving on and trying to achieve what we can achieve this season. Now it's. I'm not motivated massively by money. Money's really important, but the most important motivation is to come to work at a place that I want to be and work with people that I want to work with.
The manager this week signed a new contract. Someone that you're very close with, both on and off the pitch as well.
Yeah. Delighted for him, and it's very well deserved. I think since he's come into the club, we've kicked on, and it's no coincidence. We started winning games, and last season I think we were the second best performing league in the second half of the season, and this season we're pushing for playoffs, and he hasn't spent too much money either, so it's just justifies how good he is as a manager.
Yeah, what is it that makes him so special? Why players like yourself and Jimmy seem to have absolutely taken to him since he came in? Why is that? What's he done?
I don't know. I think that's the magic question. I think if I could answer that, there'd be a lot of managers out there that would be doing the same sort of thing. So
is it the training ground, or is it just talking to you?
Yeah, he's a genuine man as well, and I think players appreciate that. And because he was chief scout, I suppose he knows exactly what the players are about and how to use them to their best of abilities. So players just seem to enjoy it and playing underneath him, and long may it continue.
With Portsmouth coming, obviously there's a lot of players that you know and a lot of players that you played with as well.
Yeah, there's Kit Sonks and Lenny Lawrence and Greg Halford, and Jamie Ashton was here before, although I never played with him. So there's a good link between the clubs, and they struggled at the start of the season, but you knew with the quality they have in their team that they were going to push on, and they're 3 points behind us at the moment. So it's obviously a massive game, and our win against Barnsley put us up in 7th place. So to make that win count, we need 3 points on Saturday, and I know if we're on top for a game, that's very possible.
It's a fairly impressive record that Portsmouth have over Reading, it has to be said, as the ball is played in towards Dave Kitson, once off Reading, and a real chance. There's a long raking ball looking for David Nugent here, and he's managed to get in Nugent. David Nugent still. Oh, fumbled by the goalkeeper, and what a save that is to deny Dave Kitson. Take a bow, Alex McCarthy. Portsmouth who've won 7 of the last 9 games. Best away record in the Championship against sides in the top half, but it's Reading who get themselves the opening goal. Shane Long on half an hour. And when Reading score first this season, they don't lose. From range, straight through Jamie Ashdown, who won't be happy with that. Cottrell. Still David Cottrell. For Kitson again. Well, the beat was high, but still was unable to make any contact on the ball. It's nicely done from Brian Howard. He was linked with a move away from the club, and he's managed to play in. Shane Long here, that'll be a penalty. Now, what's the referee going to produce? What colour? It's red. Ricardo Roche has been sent from the field here. Last man professional foul. Long scores. Reading make it 2. Well, maybe it should have been a free kick, but damage has been done. And Reading have a comfortable lead at the moment. Lawrence. Still Liam Lawrence into the penalty area. Lawrence! And again the Irish international. And once again Haridasson's in there. It's a massive scramble. It's more like a ruck of some kind in a rugby match. Free kick is gone against Portsmouth. But what a scrap that was. First hit, Lawrence's effort. Haridasson, he looked as though he was being held back, I have to say. A good old-fashioned scrap inside that penalty area. Launched. The throw-in from Holford. This is Kitson! Great block again. Does not look as though Kitson's going to get his goal. Holford in towards Kitson, 2 former Reading players. They're doing all they can, the Royals, to keep Pompey at bay. Reading's first win over Portsmouth in 14 years. 2 goals in the first half from Shane Long. Enough for the 3 points and to keep alive Reading's promotion push. Final score is 2-0.
Long. McAnuff in the centre. Cross took a deflection and headed in by Jimmy Kebe. Well, Kebe's been a provider on a number of occasions this season. This time it's Shane Long, the provider. Kebe puts Reading in front midway through the first half. Treacy with the free kick. Oh, it's squirmed away from McCarthy. And it will go down as an own goal. Here comes the corner. Goalkeeper came, didn't get a touch on it. Kizanishvili with a shot. They're claiming a handball. Reading are furious. The referee's only given a corner. Did it strike an arm when Kizanishvili struck this goalwards? Difficult to tell. His Hart struck it well, hit the crossbar. Well, somehow it's gone under Ian Turner and bounced up and hit the bar. Got a hand on it, the goalkeeper. It's a good save by Turner. Turner comes. Oh, his own player got in the way. It's Robson Kanu. Reading retake the lead with 8 minutes to go. Looking for a 5th win in a row, Brian McDermott's side. And they're finding form at the right time. They'll consolidate their place in the playoff places with a victory. There goes the whistle. Another victory for Brian McDermott's side. Preston will stay at the bottom of the table. They've lost here at the Medeski by 2-1. Here's Ian Hart with a free kick. Brilliant strike. Well, how many times in his career has he done that, Ian Hart? And 19 minutes gone at the City Ground. Reading take the lead. Curled over the wall. Dipped beyond Lee Camp. Moosey into McGugan, turns away from Ledgitwood, who made contact, and the referee's given a penalty. Boyd against McCarthy and sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. Forrester level. Chance here for Rob Earnshaw. Good strike, and Forest lead for the first time. Well placed by Earnshaw. Ball headed in by Jem Karajan from distance, and that looped over Lee Camp. That's a fine goal from Karajan. Forest led for just 3 minutes. Well, the corner wasn't cleared, and Karajan from the penalty spot loops the header in. Here comes the Reading corner. Camp got a hand to it. Kizanishvili went for the curl. That might come for Kebe. Well, he's been denied on a couple of occasions, Jimmy Kebe, but there's no denying him at the third time of asking. Reading retake the lead just past the hour. Kizanishvili with a shot which was blocked by Camp. Kebe finished. Majowski. It's a good ball into the box. There's a big appeal for a penalty. And another penalty's been given. Well, Reading are furious once more. There's an arm out from Joby McAnuff. And here comes McGugan. Forest could well have rescued a point. It's 3-3. Griffin. Quickly taken free kick. Forrester a bit out of position here. Karachan in. Simon Church. They scored again. Well, just when it looked as though Forest had rescued a point, Reading could have nicked it. It was the quick free kick from Andy Griffin that caught Forest out. Karachan drove it across. Church turned in beyond Camp. Karachan storming finished this from Reading. Going in search of another goal. There's a big appeal for handball. And another penalty. Well, it's all going wrong for Forest. And Reading's top scorer, Shane Long, with a chance to make absolutely certain. Good save by Camp. Forest still have to press forward. Not the best penalty in the world from Shane Long. Well, there goes the whistle. Billy Davies' side beaten in a 7-goal thriller at the City Ground. Forward by Hughes. On by Garner. Good movement this by Chris Dagnall. Just been forced a little wide. Not too sure whether Alex McCarthy just got a hand on that. Kebe. Had a good season, Jimmy Kebe. Might get the shot in. Good save by Joe Murphy. Down the line again for Jimmy Kebe, who's got the legs on Sam Togwell. In towards Long. Shane Long gets goal number 26 of an improving season. He's one of the main reasons Reading have flown up the table, in at the near post, beat Joe Murphy. Mansett. Karachan, a little bit of space for Jem Karachan. Here's Shane Long, tripped in the penalty area by Michael Nelson. And the referee, no hesitation, Andy Woolmer. It's a penalty to Reading. And a chance for Ian Hart to edge Reading even closer to victory, which he does. They lead by 2-0. And Brian McDermott's side heading for a 7th straight win. And they could be just 3 points behind the automatic promotion places. Well taken penalty from Hart. Keeper guessed right. There goes the whistle. It is 7 in a row for Reading. They consolidate their place in the playoff places and are eyeing up automatic promotion back to the Premier League. They've won at Glanford Park by 2-0.
Ian, obviously good form for Reading at the moment and good form for yourself as well. You must be loving it.
No, well, you know, we've put ourselves in a good position at the moment with 5 games to play. You know what I mean? It's going to be a difficult game against Leicester, but the way that the team is playing at the moment, you know, we've got nothing to fear.
10 goals this season.
Yeah, it's been brilliant. You know, obviously when you got players like Longy up front and Noel, Chorchy, Matthew, who's come in, you know, they're always going to create problems, and obviously with their pace as well, defenders are going to take them down around the edge of the box. So it's nice that I've had a good few free kicks, and obviously it's nice to get the penalty the other night as well.
What's your best tally in the season? What would you hit before?
Well, obviously last year 18, but the most I got when I was at Leeds in one season was 11. So no, I'm just.
This season, did you set yourself targets? Or?
No, I never set myself a target, but no, I would have probably said around about 10 to 15. So obviously I've had the 2 at Carlisle as well.
Yeah.
So no, it's the most important thing is that the team are winning, and you know what I mean. Obviously we can keep clean sheets. We've got a great chance of winning. So hopefully we can do that again come Saturday.
McAnuff helping it on towards Long. Leicester were hoping for an offside flag. Long is allowed to continue, and it's a good burst of pace from Long, and he's got round the back, and Kebe scores. Well, Kebe may take the plaudits, but the thanks must go to Shane Long. It's Reading's first attempt of the afternoon, and they've scored from it. Look at this from Long. He just puts his foot on the gas and he's away. Round the back, looks up, sees the options available, and it's an undefendable cross. And Kebe makes it 1-0 to Reading. Down, and Long still had a lot of work to do, but he did it well. And McAnuff! 2 goals in 2 minutes! Well, that's the way it's going for Reading. Just opened up, there really wasn't much of a build-up involved, but McAnuff thought, well, why not? He was in the area, he looked up, he saw a gap and drove it out of the reach of wheel. And 2 goals in as many minutes have put Reading in control. No goals in his previous 14 games. It's a timely moment to break that run. Goes out, Kebe, pacey, drives Reading on, taking on Bruma. Still Kebe, still going Kebe, on towards Long, it reaches Hunt, 3-0. Well, it was probably wise by Jimmy Kebe not to take the chance himself. He's missed 2 or 3 that he ought to have put in, but he burst from one end of the field to the other, kept his head, kept his composure, and Hunt arrived at the right time and dispatched the 3rd Reading goal. And Reading heading for 8 wins in a row, and who knows, maybe a place in the Premier League. Reading 3, Leicester 0. Well, surely they have to at least score today. King, their top scorer. Well, there you are. In the end, it was something sensational to get beyond McCarthy.
Haven't seen much from Leeds as an attacking force as yet in this game. That's a better ball in. It's a really good header and a brilliant save by Alex McCarthy to keep out Snodgrass, who must have thought he'd scored here. Robert Snodgrass lurking in space, looking the penalty area, just waiting for the ball in. Got there ahead of Painter. It's just too high for Billy Painter, but what a save by McCarthy. He could be under pressure again, though. Max Gradle is in here. Gradle for Leeds. McCarthy again saves, but I'm not sure quite how much he knew about that. It wasn't the most convincing of stops this time, but we still await the breakthrough here at Elland Road tonight. Leeds United's turn to have a go. Bradley Johnson off the bar. So close to that breakthrough that we were talking about. Well, Johnson somehow found a way through the Reading defence here. Almost bullied his way through, really. McCarthy came off his line and was beaten and saved only by his crossbar. It's opened up a little for Legatwood. He didn't really catch hold of that as he would have liked. Schmeichel, though, furious with his defence for allowing Michaeli Legatwood the space here. Max Gradle. Leeds have options here. Gradle will go for goal himself. McCarthy's behind it. Back to Gradle once more. And this time, surely no. McCarthy again comes flying out of nowhere to make the save. A fine double stop from McCarthy. Got back to his feet quickly here, having kept out Gradle's effort. And then denies Snodgrass. 0-0 at Elland Road. Leeds' unbeaten home record goes on. A 15th match now, but not enough for them to get back in the playoff positions. Reading at last draw a blank for the first time in 14 games, and their winning run is over, but unbeaten now in 13. It finishes 0-0.
And it goes to Long. Terrific build-up. This is Hunt. Reading lead after 9 minutes. Need the points themselves, of course, as they chase second place and automatic promotion. The perfect start. Sweeping move, he was onside, and boy, he finished that well. on towards Long. Leads the line so well. Advantage played. McAnuff. Can he pick somebody out? It's Robson Kanu! 20 minutes gone. Reading 2, Sheffield United 0. And the Medeski is on its feet. It was all too easy really for the Royals. What a flying start they've made to this game. Robson Kanu with the tap-in. Quinn. Really good run. Here's Henderson. A chance, and it's dribbled in. Darius Henderson's first goal of the season. On the half-hour mark, the Blades have hope. We're into the first minute of stoppage time. Henderson to Quinn. Really good battling this from Sheffield United. And it's swept home by Williamson. Right foot, or left foot. That's the question. Struck well. What a save. Loughton. Henderson. Sheffield United lead. He hadn't scored this season before today. One last chance perhaps for Reading. Oh, it's a brilliant effort. It's the crossbar. And then long heads at Simonson. Oh, we almost had another twist. But are the Blades going to hold on to keep themselves alive, at least for another week?
Reading's momentum under Brian McDermott couldn't quite carry them all the way into an automatic promotion place, but it has still been a stunning second half to the season for the Royals, almost certainly assured of a playoff spot before their trip to the Ricoh Arena, which sees Andy Thorne's first game in permanent charge of Coventry City, having guided the Sky Blues to safety. They start 12 points clear of the relegation zone. There's 2-1, of course, at Middlesbrough on Easter Monday. They too looking to bounce back today. This is David Bell. It's a good save at full stretch by Federici. Bell caught it really well on the half volley, and it was goal bound. Griffin's throw. 39 points since the turn of the year for Reading. Only Norwich City can better that. It could get better yet for Reading here. Antonio was in. And forces the save from Quirk. There's Marlon King. Just wide. Free kick is a good one. It's a flying save from Federici. And they hope it will go on further. Their season extended into the playoffs. That is confirmed by this point. As Coventry bow out at the Ricoh Arena for the season with a battling performance, set though for a 5th successive bottom half finish in the Championship.
Well played again by Robson Kanu. Reading putting all the pressure on at the moment. And that one not too far away from an opening goal. Savage. Caught in possession by Michaela Legitwood. This is Simon Church, bundled over in the penalty area, and a penalty awarded. Russell Anderson with a challenge on Church. And a chance for Ian Hart to make it 1-0 Reading. Tucked in the corner, ever reliable Ian Hart. It's his 11th league goal this season. Goalkeeper guessed right, but penalty just too good. Nice ball inside by Bueno to Jamie Ward. Shot swerved and away from Adam Federici. And Derby level. Well, there seemed very little on there for Jamie Ward. Back in the side after a 2-match suspension. Antonio. Good ball in by Antonio, who's challenging again, brought down by Ayala, and that's another penalty. Clumsy challenge by Ayala, and a chance for Ian Hart to make it 2, and the ball hits the foot of the post and bounces away to safety. Scored 1. A real tussle in the corner. Gunnarsson getting involved as well. Still going Gunnarsson. Ball loops across. Atkins comes, doesn't get a punch. Robson Kanu! Reading's lead restored by Hal Robson Kanu. But it was the persistence over on that far side of Brynjar Gunnarsson that saw the ball loop into the penalty area. Clearance cannoned off the Reading man. Church challenged Atkins, and when the ball fell free, relatively simple task for Robson Kanu. There goes the whistle. Reading end their home campaign in the regular season with a victory. They will take their place in the playoffs. That's their first win in 4. Robbie Savage's career is over. He won't be needing those boots anymore. It'll be media duties from now on for Robbie Savage, and the rest of the kit's going as well. Full-time score, Reading 2, Derby County 1.
Obviously a big week, you know, the first leg Friday. Good spirit amongst the camp must be.
Yeah, mate, there's always been good spirit here. So one of the things about Reading is the team spirit, and it's very high at the minute, and it has been all year. I mean, we've been tough to beat all season, so hopefully it'll be tough to beat in the playoffs as well.
And, you know, Friday evening game is not the norm for a footballer. Much change, you know, preparation in the week? You still get your day off?
Pretend it's a different day, don't you? Just take it a day back. So yeah, it's a bit different playing Friday night, but I mean, it's a playoff, so it's gives a bit more extra excitement for the weekend. And it is obviously against Cardiff. I think most of us for the last 2-3 weeks of the season was expecting Swansea. Yeah. I think Cardiff, you know, is a plus for Reading. The 2 league games finished in controversial style. Yeah, that's right. I mean, you look at all the teams in the playoffs, and I mean, they're all tough teams, and you couldn't actually pick one and go, yeah, we want them, sort of thing. So Cardiff are a very strong team, and as we all know, that they've got some great attacking options, and as I said, they're a very strong side. I mean, they're going to be tough to beat. You say about their attacking options, obviously Chopra, Bellamy, Bothroyd. You can go through the whole team. It's exactly right. They've got a lot of options to pick from, and I'm sure they'll be kicking themselves that they didn't get automatic promotion. They're definitely one of the favourites at the start of the season, but as I said, Friday night's going to be a good game, and every time we played them, if it's been this year, last year, or the year before, it's always been a tight affair, and as I said, it's going to be really tough.
Hello everybody, good evening and welcome to this massive English Championship playoff game between Reading and Cardiff City. I would certainly suspect it's hard to get the nod here. It will be Hart, it's just over. Dangerous place to concede the free kick. Back on its way, there's the header from Whittingham. To Bothroyd. Whittingham with a great early ball. And Cardiff look to launch the counter. Here's Bellamy. Still Craig Bellamy! It's just drifted beyond the far post. Great play from Bellamy. As Cardiff launched the quick counter. Pace from the Welshman. Bellamy has a problem here. Craig Bellamy is going to be replaced early on. Certainly has an issue. Michael Chopra is warming up on the bench. It looks to be a hamstring difficulty for Craig Bellamy. This is line from Queen's Park Rangers. Transfer across here. Beyond McNaughton. Chance to pull this back. It's turned round the post. Corner kick given. Play from Cadacat. Timing across brilliantly. Mills. Bywater's come a long ways. Just about got something on it. Burke's giving it away here. Moving inside the area. Can they pull this back? Must be a real chance. It's gone behind. That all came from Stephen Bywater. He looks very nervous, the Cardiff keeper. He didn't get much on it. Fell to Burke. The referee could easily have given a free kick there for the challenge on McEnroe. His cross fired in. This is Paul Quinn. Quinn with a cross towards Bothroyd, who got the header on. Puts it wide of the goal. Quinn joins in from the back. Bothroyd again. Emmanuel Thomas. Whittingham is going to go for goal! It's just wide! He can certainly hit them, Peter Whittingham. Mark Housey just got in his way. And in came the effort just wide of the post from Whittingham. Emmanuel Thomas has given it away. Here is Mansett. Still Mansett with the strike. It's comfortably gathered again by Stephen Bywater. Time is just about up, and there is the whistle. So we'll go into the second leg at 0-0. Much the same way as the other tie in the playoffs. Very nicely poised then for the second leg. Finishing here, Reading 0, Cardiff City 0.
I went home after the game. I watched the game back actually, so it was a tight game. You know, we had a lot of the ball. We were inches away at times from just getting on the end of things. Not too many clear-cut chances for either side. You know, we looked solid. The shape was okay. It was good. And now it's about going to Cardiff, handling the ball. That final ball, if we can get that just to be slightly better and to create more opportunities, that'll be good for us.
Yeah, it must be pleasing to have kept that clean sheet though, obviously.
Yeah, it was important to keep a clean sheet, to be solid, and we certainly did that. And you know, we want to go there again, keep a clean sheet and get the right result on Tuesday.
Yeah, I guess you can take courage from the fact that you know you can go there and score goals as well.
Yeah, we know we can go anywhere and score goals. You know, we've done that. We've proved it in the past, and it's not just talk. You know, the record suggests over the last 16 months that we can go to any ground and put on a performance and get a result. And you know, in big games.
And possibly playing away from home, does that sometimes suit Reading a bit? The fact that you like the breaking numbers and with pace on the counter attack.
Well, what it is that we are playing away from home. A second leg, it never bothered me that we were going to be playing away from home. Whether it suits us or not, time will tell. But we'll set the team up a certain way. We'll play how we play and try and get the result.
A little bit further back between these two. They've drawn 6 of the last 8 meetings, and it just shows you how little there is between the two as Bywater races from goal and Long knocks it back in. It's Reading who take a massive step towards Wembley, and it's Bywater who has to admit it was his error.
Well, it's certainly a mistake from the goalkeeper. Cardiff defensively all over the place, but if any one player was going to change the course of this game, or this tie maybe, it was Shane Long, because he reacts so quickly. He doesn't put his head down at all. He always thinks he's got a chance of getting on the end of this. It's played back from Keenan initially. It hits McNaughton, and then he's on his way, Shane Long. He's always aware of what might happen. The ball might just fall to him, and that is a quite brilliant finish. He's under pressure. He has to steady himself, he has to check where the goal is, and he has to score. And he does it all quite brilliantly. Was there a handball maybe in that, though? That's the big question. But it's certainly a tidy finish.
Delight for Brian McDermott and Shane Long, his 24th goal of an incredible season. And how cool was the finish? Along the ground, and that could be a penalty. It is. The referee had no hesitation, and it's a yellow card as well. And despite the Cardiff protests, Keenan walks away, knowing that he might have given away a crucial spot kick here.
Well, this could absolutely change everything for Cardiff and Reading. There's definitely a pull. He gets away, Mills, from Keenan. He's actually blocked off Keenan. He can't stay with him, and he just pulls him back. And you just cannot do that as a defender. He's grabbed his arm, Mills goes to ground. It's definitely a penalty. Howard Webb absolutely spot on. What an opportunity now for Shane Long to maybe put this tie beyond Cardiff.
He has already scored 6 penalties this season. The Irishman, they bought from Cork City, whose goals fired Reading into the playoff places in the first place, whose goal earlier in the half gave them the lead, who now has a wonderful opportunity to put 2 goals between them and Cardiff City. It's Long against Bywater again. It's 2-0 to Reading. They can see the famous arch of Wembley now.
Well, the coolest man in the Cardiff City Stadium was that number 9, Shane Long. Absolutely no panic at all. He's relaxed when he takes this penalty. He lets Bywater go one way and then just strokes it the other. He's a master marksman, Shane Long. We saw that with the first goal. There was never any doubt that was going to go in, and this is just silly from Kane, and he's tugging all the way along. And then once he's blocked off, actually, he just can't get there, and he just pulls Matt Mills down. It is a penalty, and again, criminal defending from Kane. And
it is a throw. Ledgerwood onto McAnuff. Oh, brilliantly done from Joby McAnuff, who can clinch it now! Reading are on their way to Wembley.
And this is a quite stunning individual goal. We've not really seen the best of Joby McAnuff in the 2 games, but goodness me, didn't he do well here? Great quick feet. He managed to keep his feet, keep his balance as well, and then had the presence of mind to put the ball in the net. But great little twist. He switches the ball from left to right, keeps his balance. Bywater can do absolutely nothing, and judging by the way the second half has gone, the best chances have fell the way of Reading. They deserve to win this game. And McAnuff's goal here, the 3rd goal for Reading, surely ties things up now.
And all around this stadium, you can hear the clatter of plastic seats as Cardiff City fans make their way to the exits. They know the game is up. He knows he can start ordering a new suit. They know that the search for tickets begins.
Yeah, I'm proud tonight, of our fans, of our players and our staff. We've got a really tight group. A terrific night for the fans tonight. They'll love every minute. It's a good journey down the M4, coming back into Reading tonight. So, I could not be more proud.
Shane Long led the way.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, it speaks for himself. Really, his performance is over 18 months, 16 months. Since I got the job, I'm just absolutely proud of him, and he's a great man. He's also a great footballer.
An opportunist striker.
Yeah, the first goal was an opportunist. It was a long ball, and we managed to get on the end of it and a great finish. And then he got the penalty, which was key for us. We went in 2-0, which was really, really important. And then we got the 3rd goal, and the game was safe.
In some ways, your best performance came in the second half when you had to weather some storm and then really took control.
Yeah, we felt that. We didn't feel we passed the ball particularly well in the first half. We needed to pass it better. The first pass out probably wasn't as good as we would like it, but we kept going. The shape of the team was good, ultra professional, and it's a great result to come to Cardiff at any time and win. It's a fantastic result.
What about the final now then? What does that mean to Reading Football Club?
Well, it means we've got a great opportunity to go into the Premiership, as have Swansea. So there'll be 2 sides there. It's a big prize, but you have to play the game. Forget the consequences of it. You have to play the game, and it's important that we do that.
And what's important for you now in the build-up? Just to bring your players back down to earth, or
what's important to me is to fly to Dublin tomorrow to see all my Irish friends, have a drink with them, watch the Europa Cup. I'm watching the game Porto versus Braga. We'll have a couple of days off, and then we'll prepare.
Ready for Wembley?
Yeah, we'll be ready. Come the time, we'll be ready.
Ashley Williams certainly having pressure applied to him. Here's Long again. He's right in the thick of it. Jimmy Kebe back across goal. De Vries has spilled it. It's still not clear. Referee Phil Dowd was being looked to by all the Swansea players. He didn't blow his whistle. This is a super start from Reading.
There was panic, wasn't there? Because Swansea just didn't clear the line. Shane Long hustled and harried, got the ball to Kebe. That's a great ball in that De Vries doesn't deal with. And then Joe Allen doesn't get it clear. It's charged down, and Swansea rode their luck.
Both the meetings this season that did end in Swansea wins. We're back in the comparative mist of time, the last on New Year's Day. Reading are a different beast now from the one they were then. Noel Hunt has kept it alive. Now did that come off a hand?
How well did he do to keep that in? And it does. The arm is down by the side, but there's a lot of a distance, isn't there? The ball travels quite a distance before it reaches Gary Monk. I have to say, I think Phil Dowd has given the right thing here.
This is a good burst by Joe Allen. He's found Scott Sinclair. Sinclair, he pulled the trigger. Right across was Zurab Kiznashvili. Karachan completes the clearance to Kebe. Best moment from Swansea so far, and that might be another one in quick succession. Tate seeking Dyer, finding Dyer. Challenge from Kiznashvili. Penalty.
Well, he's been booked as well. He's been booked. He may well be seeing a red card here. Dyer comes in, it's a clumsy lunge, and I'll tell you what, most referees will give at least another yellow card for that, and I wonder whether he's just decided to give Kiznashvili the benefit of the doubt.
Sinclair scores! Swansea lead at Wembley!
Well, I have to say, it's come a little bit against the run of play. I think Reading have been the better team in the opening 20 minutes, but how calm did young Scott Sinclair stay? Scott Sinclair, calmest man in Wembley, sends Adam Federici completely the wrong way.
Well, Reading, who had started so well, who had settled the better, find themselves trailing. And now Swansea really can start to settle. It's Dobby, a little touch, it's Sinclair, it's two! Scott Sinclair might just have scored the biggest 2 goals of his career.
Well, we spoke about the wide players being important. It was Nathan Dyer that won the penalty. And this is Scott Sinclair getting himself into an area where he can get the ball in the back of the net. What brilliant play by Dobby. Absolutely sells Kiznashvili and then picks out a cross. Little touch from Federici, and it falls for Scott Sinclair, who gets his reward for getting himself in a goal-scoring situation, in a goal-scoring position, and he stays calm because he's under pressure. Defender comes to close him down. He could have panicked, he could have hit it straight at the defender, but no, he stays calm and rolls it into that near post. It's real composure from Scott Sinclair.
Dyer's cross, Kiznashvili, Dobby! Stephen Dobby, promoted with Blackpool last year, might just have scored the goal to take Swansea to the Premier League.
And how about that for composure and accuracy? It's awkward, it's a half volley, but Stephen Dobby makes it look absolutely easy.
Oh, the cool head of Brian McDermott might just need to get a little heated at half-time. His side unbelievably trailing 3-0 at the break. McAnuff into the near post and in! That's one back from Reading. It's Noel Hunt.
He just sprints across the near post, gets in front of the first man at that near post. Joe Allen does the final touch come off him. It looks very much as if it does. Number 24 there, yep. Comes off the side of his head.
McAnuff's corner, it's a good one, it's a goal! Matt Mills, the captain! Where before the hope was faint, now the dream is alive! Reading 2, Swansea 3.
Game on, and it's another set piece that Swansea don't deal with. Matt Mills just drifts in towards the far post. It goes over Gary Monk, lands plumb on the head of the skipper, and it's a bullet header. And there it is. Game on.
Long. Karachan! Back off the post! And Hunt was touching it goalwards, it came off Long. Kebe blocked away by Tate. Well, they couldn't have come much closer to an equaliser than that.
And this is unlucky. Lovely strike, takes a deflection, comes back off the post. And then Noel Hunt thinks he's rolling it into the empty net, but Gary Monk's right boot saves the day for Swansea.
Tate took the gamble, left Kebe on the deck. Here comes Alan Tate. Farini, challenge. And another penalty kick for Swansea.
Oh, why? It's a poor decision from Andy Griffin. Look where the ball ends up rolling out. Farini going nowhere, and he's drawn the foul.
Scott Sinclair on the brink of a playoff final hat-trick to put Swansea on the brink of the Premier League for the first time. Sinclair scores! Unprecedented Swansea celebration!
I wondered, would he change sides from the first penalty? No, and look how close Federici gets to it. But it's the pace on the shot and the direction of the shot that makes it 4-2 Swansea.
From Cymru to Wembley to Premier League, Brendan Rodgers has taken Swansea City back to the elite. The Premier League, for the first time, will have a representative from Wales. The land of poets and singers and famous men of renown have Swansea City to represent them at the top table.